In my time in Arizona, we created a very beautiful community that lasted many years. Along the way, there were some difficulties. One of the biggest difficulties for me is my wife at that time, and we've been married about 28 years. Our kids were already in their late 20s. She didn't really want to do this. And as it got clear that we're isolated out there a long distance from, let's say, levels of civilization, and certainly the comfort zone of California, it was like, and a fully live food diet, which was not exactly the lifestyle she wanted, but she went along with it because we were very close and it was really worth trying. But over time, over a few years, she began to say, this really isn't working for me. I'm feeling isolated. I'm feeling separated from the California energies. And generally, just didn't want to do it. In our marriage agreement, we had agreed that the role of the marriage would continue as long as everyone was growing and feeling happy with the overall flow. Not that people don't have arguments. We're not talking on that level. We get along really well. But at some point, it became very clear this actually wasn't what she wanted. That was a big turning point. So we had gotten together more, let's say, politically and socially. Neither of us, when we got married, were that sophisticated spiritually. And I was clearly going in the direction of more spiritual focus, more intense spiritual focus, really involved with the spiritual life, meditating many hours a day. And this really was what she signed up for. In fact, I had no idea I'd be doing that. So we were in alignment with what we initially did, but now things had changed. She didn't want to be in 100% live food community. She didn't really want the intensity of the spiritual focus, and she had a lot of things she wanted to do. So during this time, in about 1995, we decided that the only reasonable thing to do was to have a friendly divorce. And we kind of sat on it for about a year. We were doing workshops in different places, and it was a big event for both of us. There's no question. Friendly, yeah. Positive, yeah. But also painful. After being together for 28 years, we were very bonded to each other in a good way. So we decided, that's it, we're going to do it. It was a mutual decision, heartfelt. How do we keep evolving in a way it works for both of us? And so we were doing a workshop in Hawaii, a fasting retreat. And we decided that would be the ending part of our official divorce. And so we said goodbye at the airport. And I realized as we did that, life is like an airport, comings and goings. And the best we can do is be as loving as we can, as understanding as we can, and as supportive. In this case, we're being very supportive of each other the best we could. Not that it was easy. So what I'm sharing is, let's say, if a divorce can be positive, it was a positive divorce, taking a lot of maturity to do it without creating negativity and making the other person wrong, and you're right. It wasn't like that. It was like, we're diverging. And are we mature enough to acknowledge this very real diversion? So community brings up a variety of things, but really these are lifestyle choices beyond community. The community was not really a problem so much as it was a lot of work and a lot of energy, and it made us aware that we couldn't spend the amount of time to kind of change with each other, and we really were going to different nuanced directions that were not really reconcilable. So what I just described is the importance of a loving, positive divorce with the idea and understanding that life is an airport and there's comings and goings, and we have to be able to let go when it's time to let go.